During this middle adulthood period, there tends to be gains or increases in practical problem solving and expertise, because that would mostly relate to crystallized intelligence. So they're better at evaluating real-world situations and coming up with solutions to those problems. That's aided partly by their expertise, and of course expertise comes with time. It comes with just, being engaged with a certain concept or field for a long period of time. So it makes sense that that would reach its height in midlife as you've had more time exposed to that topic. And that provides efficient, effective approaches to solving problems. And again, as a result of years of experience and practice. And so again, I'm just kind of emphasizing it's not like it's all decline. You do have some gains in different cognitive capacities. This is kind of saying a lot of the same stuff. So they tend to perform as well or better with experience-based knowledge and skills, problems involving individual experience, and tasks and test items that are relevant to their real-life endeavors. Their thinking also shows greater specialization. So as they are engaged in a particular career or field throughout these decades, then they start to become more and more specialized. Opportunities for continued growth are really crucial for reaching their cognitive potential. So having a career that's really stimulating cognitively can help delay some of these declines and sort of increase some of the gains that you have. Also having hobbies, right? If you don't have a career that's rewarding or that's cognitively stimulating, then having hobbies that can also help. So kind of like I was just saying, the work environment is pretty vital for learning and maintaining skills and maintaining these cognitive abilities. So people who have jobs that are really like mundane, repetitive, that don't require a lot of thinking to complete them, people in those occupations tend to have faster and more drastic declines compared to those who are in more like cognitively stimulating fields. And even if you're in a particular field, sometimes there may be stereotypes associated with elderly people to where, maybe you work in a cognitively stimulating field, but your boss or manager decides, okay, I'm going to move you to this other project or task that's less cognitively stimulating because they assume because you're older you might not be able to handle it. And in that case, if you're sort of pushed into these jobs or tasks that aren't cognitively stimulating, then you're not practicing those abilities and you may have sharper declines. So complex work with challenging and new tasks predicts cognitive flexibility, it reduces the declines in fluid intelligence that we talk about, and it sustains cognitive gains into retirement. And again, that can also be achieved through hobbies and aspects outside of the career. It doesn't have to just be the work environment. So if you find yourself in a job that's not particularly stimulating, then I encourage you to try to find hobbies that use your cognitive abilities. It's becoming more and more common for older adults to pursue education, higher education, through midlife. So 40% of US college students are over the age 25. Sort of 25 and under is considered the traditional age, but you have a lot more people branching out of that. I have a number too for those over 35. I don't remember it off the top of my head. Oh, I don't have a number. There has been a particularly sharp rise, particularly in people over 35 going back to college. Nearly 60% of them are women going on to pursue their degrees, at an older age. The reasons for doing so vary quite a bit. Some people are kind of forced to due to job changes. They may get laid off or fired because a particular career field is shrinking, or they may get a promotion within the job that they have, and that promotion requires that they go back and get a degree. They may also just be seeking better income. They may make the choice, I'm not making enough money at this particular job, so I'm going to go back and get a degree so I can get a job that pays higher. Life transitions, maybe they move from one location to another, and so that reduces their ability to continue working in the same career. Maybe they have children that graduate, and go off to college, and now all of a sudden they have more free time on their hands, so they have time to go back and get a degree. And a lot of people in this age range also just go back for, personal achievement, for self-enrichment, because they want to learn a new field, just for the sake of learning it, basically. Adult learners may struggle in a college environment for a number of reasons. So they may have less ability to handle academic work because they've been outside of school for such a long time. They haven't been practicing those skills of, writing papers and all the things that you have to do as a student. And so they may need extra help kind of getting back into the swing of things. Also, aging, gender, and ethnic stereotypes may play a role. So, professors in the university may look at the older students differently, particularly if they're women or minorities. They may also experience role overload, so going back to college whenever you have a career and maybe you have kids that you're raising can make it really difficult to kind of balance all those different things. And so adults can be most successful if they have institutional sources of support, so developing personal relationships with faculty that can serve as mentors and kind of help guide them. Peer networks with other non-traditional students, so if institutions can have, like student groups that are specifically for non-traditional older students. Having classes that are flexible to a work schedule, so evening and Saturday classes and also online courses so that they can go back to school while they're working. And then, of course, financial aid for returning students can also help with the financial burden that comes from going to college.